Heart hurts for these people who've already passed. The year just started and this is a horrible way for it to start.
That's the nature of societies ruled by authoritarian governments in general. People know the right thing to do, but they live in a fear-based culture in which standing out in any way is dangerous. So they learn that sounding the alarm can draw attention and possibly lead to very bad consequences. It's not a Chinese thing. It's what happens in any country with an authoritarian government. A hero who died trying to help save people everywhere, Dr. Li Wenliang. Rest in peace, Doctor. My very most sincere condolences to his loved ones who can be proud knowing he died for the greater good of man the world over. Not that anything can ease the pain they must be suffering at his loss. I, for one, am so very sorry but am thankful and grateful to him.
People at my store are like, when are you getting more virus masks? You know those are probably made in China.
Don't go into crowded places. Ah yes, my antisocial skills have prepared me for this moment. It's like I was born for this.
I have a case of the coronavirus in my fridge that I'm going to open this weekend, with a lime. Everyone's gangster until a Chinese person starts coughing. Damn! China is being praised for doing now what they should have done from the beginning. Anyone else see anything wrong here? People should have been warned right away. Measures could have taken by the people to personally try to contain this virus. So China is being praised for working with other governments to try to stop a global virus they basically spread in the first place. The coronavirus goes to Africa. Ebola. Hippity hoppity, get off of my property.
All right, let me get my hazmat suit on so I can step outside my apartment.
I read that as hazelnut suit.
At Twisted Wolf Legacy, both work just as fine.
Jokes on you coronavirus, I never leave my house. Bless all those doctors and nurses in China who are not only risking their own lives but are overworked, physically and psychologically exhausted. I hope they survive this outbreak.
Just another reason not to go on a cruise. Between the flu, SARS, and now this virus. You couldn't give me a cruise. China's leaders should be arrested and charged with crimes against humanity for knowing about the virus and trying to save face. Because of this, thousands of people are dying and suffering.
When your friend says he's going to bring Corona for the game, but you don't see any drinks.
I will be amazed if China allows the CDC in to evaluate data, clinical response or anything else. This would expose the truth about the truth of how they are handling/mishandling this horrifying event.
Me. In my house ordering masks from Amazon. I'm from one of those countries that was mentioned with rising number of infected patients, with the main sources of the spread started with people from Wuhan entering my country. We have measures taken by our government, which is closely monitoring the spread. But it's about educating the masses on how to minimize the risk of getting infected. Always wash your hands with soap. And wash them often. Every opportunity you get, especially after you've handled things around you with your hands, wash them hands. Next, don't purposely touch your face with unwashed hands. If you're sick, it's civic duty to wear a surgical mask to prevent your germs from infecting someone else. At this point in time, a common cold needs treatment more than before, so go see a doctor. Uptake your supplements and increase your immunity as best as you can. So bottom line, stay away from big crowds and always remember personal hygiene is the utmost importance.
No country intentionally cripples their own economy by quarantining nearly 60 million people and shutting down all transportation, unless the situation is catastrophic. This is clearly far worse than what's being reported. I can't help but think that if China had listened to those doctors that came forward in early December, instead of detained them, that this whole situation might not be as large as it is. My deepest condolences for everyone this has affected. Agreed. The doctors made this their life's work and they threw them to the wolves, when they utilized what they do every day. Like having a pilot telling you a plane feels off and you're like, nah, SDFU. Cough, Boeing, cough.
As I'm reading this, I'm sweating profusely, head pounding, ears ringing like crazy. I don't know if I'll make it through or not, but I tell you what. I don't regret eating this sriracha sub. I got a package at my door that said, "Made in China." I haven't touched it in weeks. I for one, plan on using this to my advantage. Long lines at the MBA or grocery store? /we/cough/hack. I'll be like Moses parting the sea. Seriously though, the regular flu is way more dangerous. Right now around 565 people have died from this virus, compared to over 10,000 dead from the regular flu this season according to the CDC. Want to see something really bad? Do a video about the Spanish flu during World War I. It was the deadliest pandemic ever, I believe. How many animals are they going to blame it on? Is it a snake, or a rat, or a bat, or that thing with scales? It's actually bats. Shaw Richardson, I think they have no idea. Get a town, it's not. It's most likely a farm animal, like cow. Shaw Richardson, I heard, from fish, but who knows?
First, possibility of a war. Second, Australia's bushfires. Third, coronavirus outbreak. Fourth, Kobe died. WTH is going on. Why did 2020 start like this?
So you're telling me I shouldn't have licked the handrails at the Chinese supermarket? Where else you gonna lick 'em, Aldi? What is the worst that could happen?
Wow, the whole internet has turned into pathologists overnight. Interesting? And the whole internet also wants everyone to know that the government is hiding the actual number of deaths. Fascinating, isn't it?
All 8 people detained for spreading rumor about the virus are doctors. Heroes. Yep. This was going around the internet earlier on and I wasn't sure if it was really just a rumor or not, but now it's coming to light that these doctors were telling the truth. That's China for you.
Doctors, everything will be fine. Also doctors, no way to cure it. That poor doctor, at her wit's end trying to cope with the sheer numbers of people flocking to hospitals, let alone shortage of supples. Awful.
Due to no vaccine, their patients die in front of them as doctors try their best to delay their eventual deaths.
Can't compare the coronavirus to the flu. The flu has been around for a long time and then the coronavirus is not even a month old and it's spreading like wildflower. All these jokes, but everyone forgot about who will be affected by it largely, working class and those who take public transport daily. Especially in third world countries. They can't just take a leave whenever they want. They can't just work from home. Moreover, most government is shit at handling cases like this. Comments are pathetic. Nobody worth a cognitive thought. Everyone's a nervous comedian. So you'd rather have people panicking than making jokes? There is a time for panic. I just don't think the rest of the world is at that point yet. It's about time. The human race has run its course. The smart and fair are outnumbered by the ruling class of mouth-breathing dipshits. Bring it on.
I never thought I'd say this, but I feel so safe right now in Mexico. Praying for the families that have lost somebody through this virus.
At my dad's office, he was talking about it and the person in the cubicle next to him said, "Well, I am not eating any Chinese food soon." Like what? Sounds like dead man/woman walking. Lol. She was not the sharpest tool in the shed, my dad said. He almost could not contain his laughter. This the reason why countries need to invest in science and technology. Without them we are like a sitting duck.